We are back in our kitchen now with Chef Julie, who is moving on to some Irish bread.
Yes, I have got my dough kind of already mixed together, and it's really a lot like Irish soda bread, this Irish brown bread, but just a few little differences. The main one is that we're going to use whole wheat flour, and it's good to use this stone ground kind of really substantial whole
Hearty
wheat flour.
flour.
There's also some all-purpose flour in here as well, a little bit of salt, and of course, soda. You got to have some
Okay.
baking soda and buttermilk, you know. So this is like a good Southern recipe.
Yes. And what I love about this is it's one of those quick breads, right?
It is a quick
Don't-
bread, that's right. It doesn't take that much. And I've already kind of worked it up here, there, so we're just going to plop it over there.
I'll take care of
It's my
that. for
kind
you.
of bread. Plop it on the
down.
pan.
Well, I kind of like these rustic looking loaves. I mean, you can certainly put this in a loaf tin if you want, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I kind of like the free form kind of thing because I think
Right.
it just looks cool and it bakes really nicely. You know, have you ever seen bread that's cut a certain way, like French bread has slashes on the top? That's not just for decoration. When you slash a bread a certain way, it helps it form the right way when it bakes, and it'll bake properly with the right cut. So just letting you know, there's a reason that stuff is
Useful
done.
information. So are you going to do something like that to give it that
I am
sort
going to
of-
do something like that. First, I'm going to get my hands messy again and just put a little bit of buttermilk on top and then sprinkle it with some
Do you work
oats.
this dough quite a bit before?
No.
No.
You do not need this dough. This is not a
Okay,
yeast
very
bread. We
good,
don't need
very
to knead
good.
it. We're not trying to work up the gluten. That's really not the point of this one at all. But once you have some buttermilk on there, you can just sprinkle it with some oats, like
With some
that.
oats?
Oats. And I like to use the old-fashioned oats, you know, that are hearty. You wouldn't want to
Yeah.
use quick oats for this
No.
one.
Okay.
And here's the knife, and you just kind of make a cross all the way down, and you go all the way
Oh,
down.
wow,
All the
okay.
way down. Okay.
Okay.
All the way down. Woo.
So when it bakes, does it automatically kind of
Well,
cut?
if you can see this up here, and I don't know if you can get a shot of that, but that's
Yeah.
what it looks like when it comes out of the oven.
Wow.
And it's just,
so it already
yeah.
comes out cut
It
and ready
comes
to
out.
go.
And so I kind of served it with some genuine Irish Kerrygold butter, and we have a little genuine Irish cranberry spread here and some Irish tea. Food City has all these wonderful international foods. So I had fun going in the international aisle and finding some really treats. And that butter is delicious. I found out that
Really?
butter like that actually has a higher fat content than American butter.
Ah.
So it
Really?
truly tastes different.
That is kind of shocking.
It is kind of, I know, because
I
America's
thought we
like,
were
exactly.
pretty good at all that. I thought we took the cake on that. But you said too, when the bread comes out, little butter, little
Butter, little cranberry. It's great. You could have it savory or sweet, whichever. Now on my shortbread, I didn't get to show you the Millionaire shortbread, which you use the same base, but on top there's a caramel filling that you use with sweetened condensed milk, and then you put when that cools, a layer of chocolate on top. I use semi-sweet because I don't want sweet on sweet. I thought milk chocolate would not be a good plan, or actually bittersweet, excuse me, and that made it just really delicious, and it's just really tasty. So.
I love
We'll
you have
try
it
some of
with
these
tea
here
in
in a
it.
bit.
With tea, with the Irish tea and little milk in there, and it just makes it really tasty. So these are just some authentic treats that you can have with your green beer if you want, and your corned beef.
BakingWithJulie.com for all of these great recipes. We'll be back to do a little sampling after our music, which is coming up next.